thinking about, please, to prepare you for that. So you don't need to record the start bit. So you just need to come in on page 2. Yeah. So I'll basically be interested in when you come in, oh, that's where I'm bound into the harmony bit. Yeah. But you can start singing it from wherever you want on page 2. You can start at the top of the page if you want to sort of lead up to it. That's absolutely fine. You can start at the beginning as well, but I'll just delete it for now because I'm just interested in the harmony bits. So if we just go through that then, please. From there, let me just quickly find the track. I'm bound way over yonder. Okay, so this is from the double byline on page 2. That's where I'm bound. Then tenors, oh, that's where I'm bound. Oh, that's where I'm bound. Here we go. That's where I'm bound. Oh, that's where I'm bound. I know when I get there. The first thing I see is the sun shining golden, shining right down on me. Then trouble's gonna lose me, worry leave me behind, and I'll stand up proudly in true peace of mind, talking about way over yonder is a place I have seen in the garden of wisdom from some long ago dream. Maybe tomorrow I'll find my way to the land where the honey runs in the rivers each day, and the sweet taste in good life is so easily found way over yonder. That's where I'm bound, way over yonder. That's where I'm bound. Cool. Right. So when you're recording this, we won't go through too much detail now because we'll do it in your sectionals next week. But always think, and this is what I'm going to be talking about to sops and altos later. I know it's hard because you are singing on your own at home and not with the choir, but you've got to sing it like you are. Okay. And one of the things I think, when we get back to singing together in the hall, one of the main things that we'll probably have to work on again is how just reminding ourselves how to blend as a section and sing as a choir again, because it's been a year now, and it's so easy to just sing your part as you would just to yourself at home and record it like that. But we need to imagine that we are singing as a section in our Liverstock Green Hall. So things to think about when you're recording: when to come in on the phrase, is it what did I come in right? Was the rhythm right? Have I stopped singing at the right point? Really, all these detail things that are so much easier, when you're singing in a choir setting and singing in a section, and I'm waving my hands around, taking you off and things. So much easier. But it's sort of uh, all that you've got to think of those things now, okay? Because what I'm going to do is I'm next week for our sectional, like I've done today for sops and altos, is I'm just going to put everybody's recording together. Not going to edit it at all. I'm going to add a little bit of reverb because it always sounds better with reverb. Uh, just literally put it all together and then play your sectional. Okay, so I'll just play, you'll hear all the tenors singing together and hear all the basses singing together. And I think it's an amazing thing actually to listen to, because you can hear the rhythms that we're not getting, or the rhythms, some people are coming in early there, so we need to address that. So just bear that in mind when you're recording it. Really sort of as accurate and rhythmically as possible, and it will feel really if it feels sort of almost like boring, then it usually means it's because you're really sort of concentrating and getting all these rhythms right, then sort of singing it as a soloist. If that makes sense. So yeah, have fun with that. Any questions on this or recording it? Cool.
Yes,
So like,
yes, please,
oh,
Ben.
go on, Bob.
Oh, um, the first time we did this,
Uh-huh.
I think, in bar 30, where we come in with "Oh, That's Where I'm Bound" after the ladies have done their thing,
Uh-huh.
I believe you said, "Oh, that's," to run it on like that. Now,
Yes.
is that what you want us to do or not?
Yes, please. That would be
Right,
great. So yeah,
right, okay.
absolutely. So try
And
and add in all the little things that we've been talking about as well.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, a
Um,
nice little swoop there would be great.
right, and there was some discussion right at the end, the very last two bars, where one breathes and where one doesn't. The breath, that's where I'm bound, because at one stage you suggested breathing before bound, but I think that was taken away. I just want to confirm what
So
my
yeah,
memory is.
so basically how we do it, what I'd want is way beyond straight into without a breath. And then that's where I'm breathing to bound in that's what will happen. But for this recording, what I'd like you to do is basically just copy exactly what the learning track does at the end there. Okay, so
No,
don't worry too much about that. I'm gonna change the ending for our recorded tracks and add click tracks and things, so it's a lot easier to do. um but for this recording, just literally just keep it
that's
straight through
the way
like
it
it
is
does on the learning track.
on the track. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But how we'll do it live is we'll put a little breath before bound. um yeah.
Right, thanks.
Thanks, Bob.
Ben, I got two very small things.
Go
Bar
on.
61,
Yep.
where we come in on that A.
Uh-huh.
I'm really struggling. I don't know why I'm struggling to find that A. I want to just go to the G.
Yeah, it's a fourth. That's why. Well, no, it's not. So I'm looking at the other part.
By the time I've worked it out, we're on the G anyway. So it's
Where am I? Here we go. Oh yes, let me have a look then. Proudly in true peace of mind. Yeah. And I'll stand up proudly in. It's because you just expect it to be like the original is just that sort of yeah. You'd expect it to be a G because the bass note just carries on. But yeah, That sort of we've got to remind yourself to go up a note at that moment, really. And I'll stand up proudly in true peace of mind.
I have no trouble getting back to it. You know, in the next bar on mind, but it's just pitching it that first one. The other one is bar 71. It's a rhythm thing, really. Well, it's no, not 71. It's the end of that line. 71, 2, 3, 4. 74.
Yeah.
Where we drop to the F just for the quaver. I'm just how you want that phrased, because it doesn't flow very well, and the girls have got it as well.
Have a look. In a garden of wisdom. So I think it's where you accent it. So as long as you accent the dum, wisdom, wisdom.
Okay. So
In
actually,
go on.
well, I was going to say, you don't actually want it running in, then, do you? You want it wisdom. It's you're almost,
Yeah, it's more like it's slightly quieter. It's slightly quiet. It's just a dip. Wisdom, wisdom. Yeah, absolutely.
right. Okay.
Because
The way it's written, you would sing each of those two notes with equal force. So you're saying don't.
No, yeah. I mean, you can't really write that. I mean, it's sort of like it's following because the basses obviously just have wisdom, so it's just adding a slightly little bit of da ga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And same for bar 90 as well. Just on that part. Honey runs, honey runs.
Yeah, but because you've got a separate word on that note,
Yeah.
it's easier to sing it. It's just on
Yeah.
that first,
Yeah.
you're actually in the middle of one word.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know where you come from. Absolutely. Make sure a couple of stops and altos did bottom of page 3, where it goes talking bouter. Talking bouter. Make sure we say that. It's not talk about her. Yeah. Talk about her, talker. It's not that. It's talking about her. So just make sure we say that, tenors. Talking about her, not talk about her. Very easy to sing that. Talking about her. So just watch that. And there was just one other little tiny rhythm. Do you have it? Let me have a look. No, that's just sops. Just that. Cool. Okay, brilliant. Okay, have fun with recording that then. And yeah, if you can, try and get it to me for the weekend. That would be wonderful. And like I said, I can't remember what I've told various choirs who are recording for me at the moment, so apologies if I'm repeating myself. I always recommend choosing 2 days of the week, whether it's a Saturday or Sunday or Friday, and just putting aside like 20 minutes or whatever on those days, recording it once through. Don't listen back to it and record immediately another take. Okay, again, don't listen to it, and then your next day record another 2 takes and then listen to all 4, and then either send one or do it again. Yeah. So that's sort of my tip. The worst thing you can do is do 1 take and immediately listen back to it, because then everybody hates the sound of their own voice, and you'll just then approach the next one with negativity, and you want to just go straight, record at least a couple, 2 or 3, without listening to any take whatsoever. That's really, really important. You'll want to listen back to it, so fight the urge. Yeah, cool. Okay, excellent. Can we just sing through? I'm sort of want to, because before I want to get Way Over Yonder recorded first and just work on that over the next couple of weeks. So we're just pausing somewhere only we know just for now. So just for the last 10 minutes before the break, can we just sing through Grooving and Thinking Out Loud, please? Just make sure we're okay with all of those. Okay, let me find it. 1. Okay, so groove in. So you got basses, whoa, groove in. We want a nice big swoop down to the groove in. Whoa, groove in. Whoa, groove in. Yeah. And tenors, when you're practicing this, really, because it's something that will work really hard in the hall when we get back, is to really work on those accents. So it's basically the first note, and the first note where it changes is where you put that little accent. So da 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 4 1 da 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 da. Yeah, you see, so really work on those accents. Whoa, groove in. Here we go. 1 2 3. Whoa, groove. Da 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 da. Whoa, groove. Da 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 da. Grooving. Da 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 on a Sunday afternoon. Da 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 da. Really. Da 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 da. Couldn't get away too soon. Da 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 da. I can't imagine anything that's better. The world is ours whenever we're together. There ain't a place I like to be instead of grooving. Down the Brown Avenue. Doing anything we like to do. There's always lots of things that we could see. We could be anyone we like to be. And all those happy people we could meet just grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Really, couldn't get away too soon. No, 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 no. We'll keep on spending sunny days this way. We're gonna talk and laugh our time away. I feel it coming closer day by day. Life would be ecstasy, you and me endlessly. Grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Really, couldn't get away too soon. No, 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 no. Grooving, Cool. Tenors, there's just one really sort of tricky moment, just breathing, just make sure that we've got it in our scores. It happens a couple of times, but if we just look at page 7, or it's sort of bottom of page 6, actually. If we go from bottom of page 6, where you've got that do, 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 and all those happy people we could meet just grooving. Okay, breathe after, if you can. Nice big breath, last bar of page 6 before the final do. So do, and all those happy people we could meet just grooving, da-da, and then breathing after what my old singing teacher used to say, ninja breath after grooving on bar 33. Grooving, da-da-da-da. It's got to be super quick though, because we've got to be in for that dare. If we could meet just groove, we could meet just grooving, da-da. If you are running out of breath, if you can't do all of that in one breath, you can take a breath. I find after we could meet, that works quite well, even though I know it's not a comma, But do and all those happy people we could meet, just grooving da, 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 on a Sunday afternoon. And then go right to the end of noon. So sort of decide there what you'd like to do. Yeah, cool. Any questions then on this one? Cool, lovely.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
yes,
jump to.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yes.
go on, Bob. Go on, Bob.
Can we cut out some of the bits at the end where, as far as the basses are concerned, we're just saying grooving about 25 times, and it's very difficult to know where you've got to.
Yes.
So
Yes.
a plea.
So obviously, what is it in terms of like getting lost and knowing when to stop grooving? Okay. Well, obviously, I mean that will be fine because I'll be waving my hands around and stuff. So it won't be a problem when we're back singing in like normal. But yeah, I know you do have an annoying part, don't you? In fact, this was the one out of every learning track that I've recorded where poor Jack was sort of losing his mind in the next room because there was sort of like so many groove-ins and so many recording every single part. So he absolutely hates this one. Yeah, I mean, I think don't worry about just keep grooving until, I mean, it'll be fine when I wave my hand around. Keep it grooving.
Stop moaning and keep grooving, Bob.
Well, I'd rather be grooving than det, I must confess, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cool. Okay, brilliant.
Or even in debt.
Let's have a break there then. Now, and I'll just, because I need to get my Sopranato's recordings together. Cool, brilliant. I shall see you in about 10 minutes.
Good. Thanks, man.